Hello everyone, welcome back to another First Impressions video, and today we're going to be going over Survival Hunter, and let's go ahead and get this started. So nothing has really changed for talents, everything is still basically the same for Survival Hunter. The only thing that has changed for Survival Hunter is they got damage buffs, which I will show you guys right now what got buffed. First one is Hydrospite. This got buffed by overtime by 10%, so now it does more damage overtime by extra 10%. That's about all that's changed for Hydra's Bite. Butchery got an 8% damage buff. Another thing is Carve now strikes 5 enemies instead of all of them. Steel Trap got a 80% damage increase. Tip of the Spear has gotten a 5% damage increase. Flanking Strike now has its cooldown reduced by 10 seconds. And last but not least, Checkums has now cost 15 less focus. And that's basically it for the damage buffs for the Survival Hunter right now. Now let's go over what they got for new spells. Arcane Shot. Literally have no idea why they even gave this to Hunter. As you can see, it requires a ranged weapon. So if you put that on, you can't even really use your other abilities like... hold on, let me find it real quick. Like Raptor Strike, you know? Hold on, let me see if I can figure this, put on this weapon real quick. Like, see, you can't even use Raptor Strike if you switch up the weapon. It just makes kind of like zero sense, you know? So, Arcane Shot, basically a waste. You're never going to use this, so don't know why they gave it to Survival, but they did. I did pick Necro Lord. I will show you guys probably this later on. The reason why I'm here, I'll go over shortly. But yeah, Necro Lord is basically you throw a glaive at the target and it either A, hits the same target 7 times, and it increases every single time it hits somebody, or it goes to nearby targets. So it's basically kind of like an AoE type of spell, but it really does hit pretty hard currently right now on single target. So if you just use this on one person, it hits pretty dang hard, at least as marksman. I don't know about survival, but I assume it's probably the same. Eye of the Beast, if you are into that type of thing. Fleshcraft, which I picked Necro Lord, so you basically get a shield around you. If you pick a Soulbind, you're immune to crowd control effects. I pretty much said this in a lot of my videos, so if you've seen them all, it's basically the same thing, just on the Hunter class. Hunter's Mark, I brought this up in a my Marksman Hunter video. I'm excited for Marksman Hunter. I know not a lot of people are really into it just because it's like a GCD, but I use it for stealth classes, and that's why I'm really excited for it, to screw rogues over. It's just how it is. Scare Beast to CC Ferals, etc. Steady Shot, just like Arcane Shot. You're never going to use it. It's basically a waste. Don't know why it's even here. Tranquilizing Shot, which is going to be very good for dispelling mage bubbles. You know the drill. So just dispelling magic is going to be incredibly useful for so Tranquilizing Shot is. I'm excited for Tranquilizing Shot. That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's having a hard time speaking apparently. All right. Next is the survival tree. Like I said, Carve is basically now for 5 targets. It's about all you need to know. I already brought that up. Everything else is basically still the same except for Killshot. Killshot is now back in the game. It's kind of funny how Killshot does not require a ranged weapon, but the other 2 abilities do. I don't know, it just makes 0 sense, but I'm super happy that Survival also gets Killshot. So it's one of my favorite abilities in the game, and I'm glad we are getting it back. That's it for the changes for Survival. So just as a reminder, Hydra's Bite damage overtime increased by 10%. Butchery damage increased by 8%. Steel Trap damage increased by 80%. Tip of the Spear 5% damage increase. Flanking Strike cooldown decreased by 10 seconds. Checkums focus cost reduced by 15. And then Carve now strikes 5 enemies. And spells, we get Killshot back. We get a useless Arcane Shot and Steady Shot. We get baseline Hunter's Mark. Tranquilizing Shot, Scare Beast. Now, you're probably wondering where I am. This is the room where you get legendaries. Hunter is one of the few classes currently right now that actually has a legendary shown. So, basically, you can well, at least on this, obviously it's going to be different on live, but basically you can put 2 stats on your legendaries right now. And yeah, I'll show you guys those legendaries for survival now. I don't know if they're going to add more. They probably will, but I'm going to show you guys some demonstration right now. I'm not going to use them, but I'm just going to show you guys. Hold on, actually. All right, there we go. Now let's go ahead and check these out. Let's put in the boots. First one is whenever a trap is triggered, you gain 25%, I mean not 25%, 25 focus. Not bad, but not super amazing. I don't know if this will be like super good in PvP. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not like impressive. So, but yeah, if you guys are interested in that legendary, here's one of them right there. Okay, let's put on the next one. The cooldown of all your aspects and coordinated assault is reduced, so basically you will have your burst up more, and obviously who does not want their burst up more often, because I think this is going to be one of the more powerful legendaries and what a lot of people will pick, including probably myself. Up next, the chest. Feigned Death cooldown is reduced by 15 seconds, and Feigned Death now removes most of the negative stats affected from yourself. So it's basically kind of like the honor talent. I don't know if it's still in the game. I'm assuming it's kind of like similar to survival tactics. For anybody curious, I haven't really personally, of course, tested this, as PvP is kind of like not really popping right now, but I'm assuming it's kind of similar to that, which could be very interesting. So it could be pretty good for PvP. So Butcher's Bone Fragments Raptor Strike now increases the damage of your next card by 10%. I would see this obviously only good for PvE and not for PvP, but it could be good for PvE. Most of these will probably be ending up being the same ones. Yeah, see, there's a bunch of like this is the same one on a bunch of these. Oh, here's a new one actually. Serpent Sting's damage applies latent poison to the target, stacking up to 10 times. Raptor Strike consumes all latent poison, dealing 110 nature damage per stack consumed. This one is an Azurite trait, so I foresee this actually being pretty good. Because at least on BFA it was pretty good. It was like, I think it was like the best in slot Azurite trait. So maybe this one and the more burst cooldowns will probably be the go-to legendaries. That's just my current thoughts. Okay, Wildfire Cluster. This is another, I believe, Azurite trait. It drops bombs around the target and explodes for fire damage. I didn't think this was really too impressive, so I don't know if this will be really that good either as a legendary. There's just so many other better legendaries in my opinion. Raptor Strike has a 10% chance to add a charge to Wildfire Bomb. So I believe this was also another Azurite trait, and I foresee this actually being a pretty decent legendary as well, just because Wildfire Bombs are incredibly powerful. But I don't know if it'll be better than having your burst up sooner, as well as the other one. What was the other one? Gosh, my memory is so trash. The latent poison. Duh. So yeah, I feel like this one and the legendary with the burst faster will probably be the way to go. And then here we go. Got the same one again for bracers. Shoulders. Launching your flare into a tar trap causes all enemies inside of the tar trap to burn for 10,000 fire damage. Again, this will probably be only good for PvE, just because PvP it's going to be harder to get your traps and flare, and it's just, I don't foresee this being good at PvP at all. Maybe for like battlegrounds where people are all stacked up all the time, but for the most part, I definitely think other legendaries will probably be better. And last but not least, the helmets, which is basically the same thing, and that is pretty much all the legendaries. So let me know what you guys think is your favorite legendary. But yeah, I was able to show the Hunter legendaries because they're actually up. I really want to see Druid legendaries, and hopefully I'll get to that eventually, but those were not working right now. But that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are on survival, and if I missed anything, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.